You were formed in sacred silence. Hands of heaven shaped your frame.
Developing healthy boundaries is not only biblical, it's essential for emotional, spiritual and relational well-being. Many people associate boundaries with selfishness or rejection, but in reality, boundaries are about clarity, dignity and love, both ourselves and for others. Let's explore what healthy boundaries look like from a biblical perspective and how they support our healing, our relationships and our sense of worth. Welcome to Dignity Talks. I'm Ritva Huusko, a psychotherapist from Finland and passionate about exploring healing and wholeness through both psychology and biblical wisdom. Here we talk about faith, emotional growth and the dignity of being human. If you're seeking insight, hope or just a quiet space for your soul, you're in the right place. Subscribe and join us on this meaningful journey. And to subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything. Let's go back to topic. What are healthy boundaries? In psychology, boundaries are the limits we set to protect our well-being. Physically, emotionally, mentally and spiritually. Boundaries help define what is our responsibility and what is not. What we will say yes and when we need to say no. And how others can treat us. And how we treat ourselves in the end, actually. Biblically, boundaries are rooted in wisdom, self-control and honoring the image of God in every person, including yourself. But did Jesus have boundaries? Yes, and clearly. Jesus loved sacrificially, but he also knew when to say no, when to walk away and when to rest. And here are a few powerful examples of it. Jesus withdrew to rest, but Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Luke 5 verse 16. Even in the middle of miracles and people's needs, Jesus chose rest. He did not equate love with constant availability. He modeled soul stewardship, not burnout. And Jesus didn't try to please everyone. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter to the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 7 verse 21. Jesus stayed true to his purpose, even when it offended or disappointed others. He didn't change his message to gain approval. That's spiritual integrity and core part of boundary work. And then Jesus asked questions before helping. Do you want to get well? John 5 verse 6. What do you want me to do for you? Mark 10 verse 51. Jesus didn't assume responsibility for people's healing. He asked for their consent. That's emotional wisdom. Honoring others' agency instead of rescuing or controlling. And then Jesus walked away from toxic situations. So they picked up stones to throw at him. But Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple. John 8 verse 59. Jesus did not stay in spaces where he was not safe or respected. He never abandoned his mission, but he did remove himself from danger. Boundaries are not abandonment, they are discernment. So how are boundaries and psychology and faith then? From psychological view, setting boundaries is crucial for preventing resentment, breaking cycles of codependency and preserving your sense of self. And from biblical perspective then, boundaries are an expression of self-control. Galatians 5 verses 22 and 23. And wisdom, Proverbs 4 verse 23. Love that is clear, not confused. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 5. Love is not self-seeking. So you are not called to be everything for everyone. You are called to be faithful to who God made you to be. So what healthy boundaries might sound like? It can be, I love you, but I can't be your only support system. Or I need time to rest. Let's talk tomorrow. Or it's not okay to speak to me that way. Or no, I'm not able to take that on right now. These are not walls. They are gates that protect your heart and let love flow in and out with wisdom and respect. So, boundaries are dignity in action. Boundaries are not about punishment or pride, nothing like that. They are about honoring the sacred space God created in you. Your time, your peace, and your energy, your calling. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4 verse 23. Guarding your heart doesn't mean closing it. It means choosing what comes in and what must stay out, for the sake of love, truth and freedom. Thank you for being part of this journey today. If this message spoke to you, if you found hope or healing in it, please subscribe the channel and share this video with someone who needs this kind of encouragement. And it delights me if you also like the video and comment something. These are very simple ways to support this channel, and it helps me continue creating content that brings faith, psychology and dignity together. God bless you.